Hey guys, welcome back for another video. A bit of an odd video. But before we get into it, please, if you like the video, if you like odd things that I talk about, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and the bell icon for notifications. It's super duper helpful. And of course, as always, today's little snippet for you here is brought to you by our friends over at Hellebarde Games. Hellebarde publishes the modules that they'd like to play. Whether you're playing OSR games, 5th edition, Castles and Crusades, when you're playing with a Hellebarde module, old school is the order of the day at the table. Check them out at hellebardegames.com, where you can buy their entire range of products, or you can pick them up at Drive-Thru RPG. That's hellebardegames.com. So, you know, in the I don't want to call it the post-mortem because Lord knows things are still malleable, can change, but after the end of the current bout with Wizards of the Coast, there's a lot of, I think, cynical takes. Not completely untrue, but I think some folks are a little cynical that we, the tabletop gaming community, didn't do anything to affect Wizards of the Coast, that it was a bad stock report from Hasbro, and they just ran around trying to shut off the bleeding. But then I would counter by saying, what was causing the bleeding? Well, it was us. You know, and some people say, well, that's just the investors and you guys didn't do anything. And then somebody made me aware of this, and I just, before I share this with you, I want to say, I'm not mad, I'm just confused. I'm not ranting about this. I'm not angry. I am literally perplexed by this take. And this actually comes from the Coin Republic, which is apparently a Bitcoin and blockchain oriented website. Let's have a look at what their take on things. And then, of course, I want to hear from you guys down in the comments what you think about this, because it's a bit of a head scratcher. D&D alters course on NFT prohibition between backlash. Wizards of the Coast, publishers of D&D, so far went through particular alterations to its open gaming license at the beginning of the month. Wizards of the Coast, an American publisher of games, surrendered to fans and content creators on January 27, publicizing it will not move ahead with given alterations to a game license that will have suppressed derivative NFT projects in the action. I mean, this is their wheelhouse, and I guess they would tend to focus on that. At the beginning of this month, the Hasbro-owned firm evoked spreading ire from the countertop gaming community. Have you guys ever gamed exclusively on a countertop? I can't recall as I have or haven't, but I think perhaps they meant tabletop. Community after it shifted to alter a legal framework that has permitted people to generate content adaptable with D&D for more than 20 years. Well, that's spot on. That added things such as D&D motivated live play shows, as well as podcasts, also graphic novels and other media. Wizards of the Coast so far went through particular alterations to its open gaming license, OGL, at the beginning of the month, like required royalties from content creators, although an upgraded offer made it crystal clear that D&D content like game mechanics will be restricted from use in reference to third-party NFTs. The company had also particular Web3 creators as a vital factor in wishing to change its well-established agreement with fans and developers. We wish to refer those trying to utilize Web3 blockchain games and NFTs, which, of course, we all saw that, and many of us scratched our heads about that. At this time, the firm is leaving plans to upgrade its open gaming license completely, and it will keep D&D content added through its SRD under Creative Commons license that is open and irrevocable. Wizards of the Coast publicized its U-turn on the very day after witnessing starting consequences from a poll stringed to give the alterations, in which D&D community members fiercely voted against the license upgrade. Just 86% of the respondents were not satisfied with the draft policy, which indulged language limiting derivative NFTs from third-party developers. We kind of jump to the end here. The approaching prohibition on NFTs has resulted in Web3 gaming company Gripner pivoting away from valving the open gaming license for its forthcoming The Glimmering, a blockchain-based tabletop game made to influence the Ethereum sidechain Polygon. At this time, the firm is estimating its next move. This is written by Andrew Smith. Okay, now, again, I'm not angry. I'm not making fun. I'm just confused. But from what I can gather, it seems that at least one company was interested in doing blockchain and NFTs. Guys, I come from an information systems background, and a lot of this stuff is Greek to me. So I'm still trying to parse through this, but I just wanted to share it with you. What do you guys think? Do you have any opinions about NFTs and D&D? I don't, because, I mean, I'm an analog guy at the tabletop. Sure, I have video stuff that I talk to you guys with and computers here and everything, but when it comes time to roll the dice, I roll a dice. And I get an 18. So with that said, guys, as I mentioned, please click the like button if you like the video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, click the bell icon for notifications. It's super helpful. And of course, as always, leave a comment down below and maybe we can figure out what this means. Anyway, have a wonderful day. More content is coming, of course, and I'll see you around the way. Peace and stay positive.